Oh, let's get it. Drippin' juice. Drippin' juice, nigga. ATM Mafia shit. Listen, choose on me, make a move on me. Guaranteed you make the news, homie. Carpenter had a tool on me. She get wetter than a pool on me. Couldn't wait to put the drool on me. In traffic with your bitch. Pushing out all the bricks. Nigga riding through the.
Man. Welcome back to the Tri-flinnnn Podcast Show. It's the one and only Minnesota Flame, aka the Tequila King, part of the crew. You know how we do. Shout out to Chill Will, Big Man, P40, everybody who part of the team. Everybody, y'all know what's up, how we do. Today, I'm solo dolo. Sometimes it be like that sometimes. Shit, everybody be busy, everybody be working, but the show must go on. Niggas got to stay on their job. What they say, next man up. So the next man is up, and I'm at the next man. I am the next motherfucking man. Let me see right there. Let me check that out. Okay, bam. Boom. So how we rocking with this today? Okay. So first and foremost, man, shout out to everybody who been showing us love and support. You feel me? Make sure y'all subscribe, like, and share the channel. You feel me? Go check us out on Instagram at Tri-flinnnn Podcast, as well as Spotify, Apple Music, and everywhere you watch your podcast and listen to your podcast. Make sure you support and show love to us. Thank y'all very much. I'm fresh out the gym, just got done working out, so I'm a little exhausted, a little tired, abs burning. You feel me? But that pre-workout be working it out. I'm telling you, keep me on my feet. I swear to God. So shout out to C4. Make sure y'all holler at us because we definitely can use a sponsorship. Shout out to Underdog Sports Fantasy. We definitely can use a sponsorship. Shout out to Prize Picks, DraftKings, everybody who sponsoring motherfuckers. Come holler at us and sponsor us. Okay? Barstool. Okay? Come holler at us. Sponsor us. But I'm about to get into some things because today's topic is a thin line between business and personal. A thin line between business and personal. All right. So let's get straight to it. The reason why I brought this topic on today because I was scrolling through my timeline on social media for the last few days, and I've been seeing Snoop Dogg and Daz Dillinger going at it. And if you are familiar, then you know they are real blood cousins. They are family. They are a crew. They 2-1 click. They dog pound gang. You understand what I'm saying? Death Row family, all that good shit. But they are family. So that's why we had this title, A Thin Line Between Business and Personal. So with this, let's get into it. My boy Daz feel like Snoop been double dipping pretty much. He been going behind his back, fucking with the people that he trying to get all his royalties rights and get all his motherfucking just doing paper through. So Snoop, being a businessman that he is, took the opportunity for his own personal gain. Instead of making sure that his people were straight, he made sure that he was straight. Since that's how Daz is portraying it, you know what I'm saying? As if this ain't the first time you done did some slippery shit, but you know, just like how he caught Suge them and won his money back then, he planned on winning his money now. He was talking about E1 Music Group, Monarch Music Group, Koch. All these used to be the same. Well, they were all different entities, but ran by one person. Each name change was due to legalities and bad business practices. So Daz has reports, receipts, and all the fact checking you can think of. And me personally, I agree with Daz. I'm on Daz's side. I was on Daz's side way back then when he won the publishing agreement and settlement lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? Back in like 2007 or 2006 or something like that. So I remember all that shit because I've been into this music industry for a long time as an independent. I've never been a major artist. I've always been independent because I valued my own shit. And not like at one point in time I wasn't seeking that major deal because that's how we all felt like it had to be. But once, you know, like SoundCloud and all those other venues and outlets started coming available where you can DSP and drop your own shit yourself, and it was like, I don't need these niggas no more. So I stopped sending demos and all that. But let's get back to the topic. So I personally agree with everything Dad's saying. And I disagree with everything that business-wise Snoop did. And I've been disagreeing with Snoop for a long time when it comes to a lot of his business practices because to me personally, I feel like he kind of on some sellout shit. That's just my personal opinion. I mean, if you read between the lines, then you can kind of feel the same way I feel. Probably 9 times out of 10, you will feel exactly how I feel about this shit. It's not a coincidence that everybody else always end up on the outside of the bad arrangements with the partners that he partnered with, which meaning his homies always end up falling out with the people he still be in business with somehow. 6'7". I'm just bullshitting. Somehow, you know what I'm saying? The boy always find a way to be in those people's gracious. You know, I'm talking about the other people, that other color. You know what I'm saying? He always find his way on the right side of it. Somehow. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying somehow. Now, motherfucker could just have good business, but according to his cousin, he don't. And I'm just saying, like, it's a lot that be going on with this music industry. It'd be a lot going on with this shit, man. You got to pay attention. And you know, a lot of people be personally mad about shit when it's business, but when you mix your personal relationships in business, then it's no longer business. That's personal business. That's not business no more. You cannot expect the person who you fuck with personally and do business with, and then the business go bad, to not have personal effects on the situation. It's impossible. It's actually delusional if you think you can control the situation that fucking much. You tripping. Straight up tripping. Now, if you think people care about you, you tripping too. Just because they be your family, your friends, and all that shit. Once it's business on the line, like, it's first come, first serve, and then it's all about first place. And the first rule of life is self-preservation. So that shit is all first, first, first. So put yourself first. What you say? Put the purse first. Put the purse first. Get the paper. Fuck all that personal shit. But it's hard to forget the personal shit when you have a personal relationship and it's causing y'all to get some paper. Because when the shit break bread, there's no way not to bring in the personal gripe and grief and beef. It's not possible. So that's all I'm feeling about it. Like, if you haven't been familiar with it, check into it. I reposted some shit on our YouTube shorts. So check out what Daz had to say regarding the whole Snoop shit. Then I'll post what Snoop said. He really didn't say nothing defending the business. He just kind of like, I'll fuck you up, cuz. And then he was like, well, I ain't saying I'll fuck you up personally. I'm saying I'll fuck you up business-wise. And in my mind, I'm like, you already doing that in a sense by aligning yourself with the people he going against. But that's either here nor there. That's just my opinion and how I assess certain shit, because I just don't understand it. Like, I don't see how my cousin can become the CEO of a company that we built, Death Row, come the owner, chairman, whatever the case may be, and I'm still fighting for what's mine in a sense from that company, or my recognition of what the work I put in within that company. Like, that's kind of some wild shit to me. I really don't understand it. I will never understand that, because I just pride myself on doing the right thing, but doing the right thing don't always align with business, because sometimes business is a cutthroat business. And you know, having good business practices is one thing, but being played and allowing yourself to be manipulated or tricked out your shit, that's not good. That's not good business at all. So you got to be on top of your fucking business from day one when it comes to this. Do not expect nobody to have your best interest. I don't give a fuck if your manager is your mama. Make sure you take care of your own business. Learn your own business. Know your own business. That way, when it is necessary, you always can do business, whatever that business may be. You don't need a manager or a role manager or a fucking accountant and all of that shit. Just be on top of the business. That way, when you hire motherfuckers, you know how to double check they work. Safeguard yourself, man. Don't play yourself. Safeguard yourself. You know what I mean? And that's just real shit. Do not play yourself. Practice good business. That shit starts from day one. Uno. Day one, my friend. You gotta practice good business. You gotta be on top of this. All the talent in the world is what get people to look at you, but that's not what get people to take you serious. It's not the talent, it's the business practices, the business relationship. Like they said, ain't what you know, is who you know. So you got to have good relationships while having good business, while being ready for whatever, in a sense, to do what you need to do for your business. So it comes with a lot. Like, if you're really trying to be an independent person, entity, corporation, LLC, all those things you can name, whatever fancy title you give it, you have to be first line of defense at all times, as well as the brand. So and keep the main thing the main thing. Stay focused on your shit, but stay on top of your business overall and above all on the business. Straight up. We finna spin it to another topic because you already know how we do. We rock it and keep it popping. So the second topic of the day, I'm gonna talk about legacy of people and respect. So this whole shit's piggybacking off the Chris Paul being let go or released by the Clippers during his retiring season as the best player of that franchise. You heard what I said. The best player of the franchise's history who came back to the team just to retire was let go because they feel like he is too boisterous in the locker room, and the people who are performing don't like his critique, his criticism of their work. Now let that sink in. The guy who is the, mind you, these are all other veterans on the team too. This is not a young team. So the veterans who he's a little bit older than maybe accomplished as much or more. But everybody know his competitive nature, drive, and respect his game and talent. All have a problem with him speaking out and criticizing their work. Let that sink in. We are a team. We are friends. We are people that work together in the trenches. You know my credentials. You know what I'm capable of, what I've been doing, what I've been did. I'm on the downside of my career now. That's why I'm retiring. But from my career, I've experienced so much shit. So with that experience, I should be able to give so much knowledge and wisdom and game and my point of view of shit. That should be wanted. See, this is where we at now. Niggas don't even want to have an OG around. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, I remember when being an OG was the badge of honor. Like this gray hair and shit. I'm 37 years old. I'm not an old man, but I wear this gray shit because I've earned it. This is life that I earned, not stress. This is wisdom, life, experiences, women, sexual shit. Everything you could think of is in these grays. That's why I can give so much knowledge being so much younger than a lot of motherfuckers. But Chris Paul got all his knowledge. And everybody knows his competitive nature and drive. And you mean to tell me, as a fellow person of the same cloth, you don't want to hear it from him? You don't even want him in the locker room to tell you y'all fucked up tonight, or to tell you how you can do better today, or you can, whatever the case may be, because I'm sure he's not only just saying negative shit. So that's everybody being all in this time on that sensitive ass shit. Sensitive ass motherfuckers. I'm talking sensitive. Everybody worried about how you said something instead of what you said. You follow me? How you said versus what you said. Get the message. When I was growing up, my grandma used to cuss us the fuck out. You hear me? The fuck out. Not the fuck, the fuck out. Properly, too. I'm talking about big letters, dog shit, called cuss you out. If you got hung up on the verbiage, you didn't get the message. And that's what back in the day taught us. That's why everybody's so hypersensitive now, because everybody's so fixated on what was said and not what you mean, or the meaning behind what you say. See, they flip this shit too much. Everybody hypersensitive. So now you cannot say what you need to say to the people that need to hear it, how they need to hear it. You got to keep it all on a PG-13 level, and that ain't the way everybody learn. Some people need that tough love. Some people need that person to grill them and shit. You know, everybody don't need a person to cater them and stroke their ego all the fucking time. Like, we wouldn't have never got a Michael Jackson if it wasn't a joke. Somebody had to beat that ass. Catherine was gonna coddle him. He the youngest and all that. He cute. Bitch, shut up. Smack, smack, beat him up. Now sing, nigga. Greatest of all time. Michael Jordan, daddy. I know for a fact he used to get that ass. You understand me? I could tell by the way he wore his hat, he would get that ass. Pause. If he had to. You understand? Probably even if he just wanted to. Jordan and his brother probably got their ass whooped regularly. What you think they became? Michael Jordan, got that ass beat. I'm just telling you. See, you got cussed out. Like Shannon Sharp always talk about his grandparents and how they wasn't playing that shit, and then the vernacular how they spoke and the shit that they was saying and how they talked to children as if they was preparing them for the world. They didn't talk to them like fucking babies. They talked to them like grown people because your ass about to be grown. And if you want to play grown, I'm gonna treat you grown. That means you gotta get your shit together today. Not today though, not in this world. Motherfuckers make all the excuses in the world for their kids. They do all that bullshit and they don't stand on business and principles. And then they sugarcoat everything and they expect the world to treat their kid like that. And that shit is a false. Because you get a lot of letdowns. See, that's why all these motherfuckers get all them participation awards and all them stupid ass trophies like that and shit like that, because they give that out to people who really don't deserve it. But you can't tell them that they don't deserve it because now you are bashing and bullying and all those stupid ass words they use now to make everybody hypersensitive and weak as hell. And I'm not saying bullying don't exist. And I'm not saying that some people go too far. Yes, it can be child abuse. Yes, it can be certain shit that comes with it. But at the end of the day, you have to have a healthy dose of all of the shit because that's what makes a person humane. You got to get cussed out every now and then. And everybody should have been punched at least once in their life, whether it was in their chest or their face. Everybody. Well, mama, brother, sibling, uncle, cousin, enemy, best friend that wasn't the best friend, and then we became best friends after we fought. All that shit, because it gives you a sense of how to maneuver and how to respect and how to stay in your motherfucking lane. And how to do what you need to do whenever you need to do it, because you ain't finna tolerate nobody fucking with you or playing with you either, because you done been punching your shit, so you ready to punch a motherfucker in they shit. Or you gonna make sure you respect motherfuckers so you don't get punched in your shit again. See how that works? That's a dichotomy. Well, I'm getting cold with this shit. So that's all I'm saying. That's just me. That's how I'm just saying it like this, man. Because Chris Paul is a competitor. He's a strong-willed individual. All of that. So just by saying, "Oh, you ain't out there like that no more. Or you ain't scoring 20 points no more." Anybody trying to hear that shit? It's like, motherfucker, you know how many seasons I scored 20 points? You know how many times I was the leader? And you know how many times I've been on the front line? You know what I mean? So, bro, I got a vanishing point from the bottom, the top side, and the other side view. Now I'm looking at it from the coach's view because now I got so much wisdom and ism into the game that I'm finna treat it like a coach now. I'm about to be off the hardwood and in the seats giving motherfucking game. What I see and what I comprehend from my brain, my eyes, to my ears and my mouth. See, that's what the fuck motherfuckers now don't understand and appreciate. You gotta appreciate the people around you, them OGs, them big homies, the real ones, not these fake ones. See, it's a lot of fake fucking big homies and OGs. That's why we in so much fucking crisis right now when it comes to humanity. The OGs is scared to step up because they want to fit in instead of being looked at as an old mean motherfucker who telling the truth. That's why granddaddy was granddaddy. Nobody played with granddaddy. Nobody played with grandmama because they love you. They show love to you, but they will cuss you the fuck out and tell you all about yourself. I ain't talking about a little bit about yourself. I'm talking about all about yourself. And that shit hurt. But the truth be so good to hear sometimes. It's like when you turn the grass, right? When you if you ever did yard work or lawn work or whatever, you turn the grass, right? And you turn it over, and it's pretty much dirt now. You get me? But you lay them motherfucking fresh seeds in that shit, and then that grass grow better. That's what cussing out do. It turn you. Then they plant them seeds in you, and you grow better. So allow your parents to teach you, allow your big homies to talk shit, allow your motherfuckers to criticize you. Don't take all criticism because some shit do be coming from a hating standpoint. But you got to recognize who you're receiving the knowledge from. If it's a person giving you game on some shit that they ain't never did, I suggest you don't listen to them. But a motherfucker giving you knowledge and game on shit that you saw them succeed at or even fail at, those are the ones you listen to. Because the ones who never did this shit, that's really coming from a place of doubt where they don't think you can accomplish these things or they don't think you're going to be able to do this shit. So that's why they put that doubt in your mind to stop you from doing it because they were scared to try to do it. That's ism for you. So the ones who done it, doing it, or even failed trying is the ones you listen to. The motherfuckers who ain't never even get off the couch to even attempt to fail or succeed, disregard their whole fucking message. They don't know what they're talking about. They trying to discourage you. They actually intimidated by your success and what the fuck you about to become. So throw them motherfuckers to the wayside today, immediately. Next topic, talk about my boy, Brian. Niggas was mad at Brian the other day because he kept his scoring streak alive and they were losing. Now, the problem I had with this is everybody that was starting was still on the floor. So how is that garbage time? If all the starters from both teams are playing, bitch, this still game time. It's not garbage time. So if I just make a three to get me from 7 points to 10 points to keep my streak alive, you can call it stat padding. Bitch, I call me trying to score a point to get us less. We down 20. I'm trying to get it to 16, 17 to give us a manageable number. I'm still competing. See, that's the thing. People will find any flaw within it. Now, if he wouldn't have took the shot and then allowed, and I saw this on Gilbert Arenas today, shout out to Gil's Arena, where they was like, well, you can't allow your streak to be ended on Dylan Brooks' court because he ain't going to let that shit down. He fuck around and make that his branding campaign. See, then nobody think about that. Everybody always want to look for the chink in a nigga's armor. And I ain't even just talking about LeBron. I'm just saying in general. They will try to look for the chink in your armor to find the weakness. So if he wouldn't have scored that 10 points and his streak would have got ended, Dylan Brooks would have capitalized on that moment and made a shirt called the Streak Ender or the Kill Streak. You know, some shit like that. So the streaker. You know what I mean? You gotta understand the level of competition and when niggas don't really like you. It don't matter how you do it, they still ain't gonna like how you done it. That's just a fact. We can talk about Brian, Jordan, whoever the fuck we want to talk about. Everybody don't like you. We can revere Jordan as the greatest. It's gonna be somebody that's gonna find a way to try to make him not the greatest and say Larry Bird was better or whoever was better or Adrian. It don't matter. It's all on the matter of preference. But when it comes to a motherfucker's legacy, longevity, hard work, his ethic, and all that, you gotta stop hating on that. That's what we do too much. Everybody be like, I'm tired of seeing it. That is the worst shit to me. I've never been tired of seeing people who deserve to win. I don't like to see cheaters win. I don't want to see nobody who manipulated the system or paid the refs or shit like that to keep winning. Hell no. Don't nobody want to see it that way. But the motherfucker who got it out the mud, and I ain't talking about going through harsh, I mean literally put the work in every day, team for team, member for member, organization, head coach, everybody is sacrificing time, energy, effort, brain power, physical ability, all that for this one common goal. I'm all in for that shit. I'm with it. Keep winning. I don't give a fuck if I'm betting against you. Keep going. I'm gonna keep coming at your ass. Pause, but nigga, keep going, keep winning. I can't get mad at a nigga winning. And niggas get mad at he stat padding. Everybody stat padding. That's why niggas are scoring. That's why niggas look at the scoreboard to see how many points they got. When I played ball back in the day, everybody at every fucking halftime was running to the score sheet trying to see how many points they had if they weren't already keeping track on their own. It got to the point where the coach, like, if your ass come up to the scoreboard or look at that motherfucking sheet one time, you not getting back in the game. That's how much niggas was running up. Oh, I need one more assist to get a double-double. I need all that, man. That's part of the game. But niggas try to find any flaw when they don't like you already. When you already not like, there's not too much more you can do to make a motherfucker not like you. They don't like you even when you doing what they want you to do. They don't like you, motherfucker. And that's perfectly fine. You don't have to be liked by everybody. Just respect the motherfucker. But that's where him and, like I said, that's why he had to get that 10 points because of the lines that been crossed over the years amongst him and Dylan Brooks, that the disrespect is so high on a competitive level that I got to be a certain stature. I don't give a fuck if I'm 45 years old. I'm putting up that 10, 11 points. And if it's on the right night, I might drop 30 on your ass. And we can be losing by 30, but I'm making sure you and I know what the fuck was going on that night. You know what I mean? That's just personal shit, man. I done seen that happen too many times, and I don't like how the world is just programmed and prone to accept the hating ass energy that be spilled and spewed into the fucking media. Anybody could just lie, and that shit spreads so much faster than the facts of the shit. We can see the facts in our face, but we will take more interest in the lie. It's wild to me. You know what I mean? Super wild to me. So I don't really get that, man. I don't like that. Then I seen some shit on Gil because I saw the podcast clip on Instagram where D Wade was talking about Michael Jordan and LeBron GOAT status and situation. And he was like, Jordan is the greatest he ever watched. LeBron is the greatest he ever seen. As far as personally up close and personal, going against, playing with, practicing against, practicing with, competing against, competing with. He like, nigga, I didn't have that opportunity to play with Jordan, so I didn't get to really see his greatness. I only got to see it on game night on TV, like everybody else. I didn't get to see his greatness around the clock. I got to see that with LeBron. From his work ethic to his nutrition to his way he treat his woman to the way he brought with his kid. The whole nine is you don't take the shortcut at no point. Like my man said on motherfucking John Wick, how you do anything is how you do everything. That's why you gotta respect Bron, bro. Well, not you don't have to. That's why I respect Bron. That's my personal opinion on why I feel like he should be placed on that Mount Rushmore on all throughout all sports. And I ain't talking about just a forehead Mount Rushmore. I mean literally like we just build our own top level of graceful, high class, high elite athletes. King Griffey, Mike Jordan, Floyd Mayweather, Serena, Tiger Woods. I ain't taking no shots at you either because I don't give a fuck what you did personally. That's one thing. But you know, when you do take them personal things in life, you gotta get them hits. You get knocked down some notches. But on the skill level for what your craft is, you got the elite of the elite, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I understood what D Wade was saying all the way. If you watch basketball growing up in the 90s, Michael Jordan probably 9 times out of 10 is your favorite player that you ever seen. If you played ball during the tenure from 8th grade, if your ass was in school from 2000s all the way up until now, you damn near either love or hate LeBron. And that's a long ass time for somebody to have reign at the top in anything, but especially sports, especially basketball. Like we've watched LeBron James be at the top longer than we've watched anybody be at the bottom. Damn near. LeBron been at the top so long that we watched the Warriors be one of the worst organizations record wise to winning championships, to the Clippers becoming relevant from being headband Darius Miles in them days, Lob City. We've watched this man through each era almost. Play with the legends, KGs, Iversons, and all that. T-Max. He played against those guys. That's one era. Then you go to man. They've been in 4 eras of basketball, and how do we take slicing shots at that instead? And at the top of it, he's not just riding the coattail of his name, and then he actually still doing his shit. So I don't get that. Shout out to Bron for keeping that streak alive. Next game, drop out 25, 26. And sit out. And y'all got to blow a motherfucker out so you can sit out like fourth quarter with like 25, 26. Go on, sit out. That's what y'all got to start doing to shut everybody up. Blow motherfuckers out. Get your number still. Get about 20, 26, whatever. Sit the fuck down. Anywhere from 15 to 26 with a fucking 25-point blowout so you ain't got to play no more. And be ready for the next half of the season because I already know what you're really doing. You getting ready for the next half of the season. Like you said, this is my training camp right now. I didn't get a chance to do all that. I had the chance to rest with my sciatica, whether it's true or false, he motherfucking 40-some years old. I know a lot of 40-year-old motherfuckers who call off work all the time for reasons that don't exist and be lying. I know a lot of 40-year-old motherfuckers who mom died 98 times between 4 different jobs. They done been in their mama funeral 98 times for every Saturday. So, hey, take the truth and run with it. Now, we're going to the next section. This section is a little wild because it's very close to home. It's literally in my fucking backyard. We got Trump attacking Minnesota Somalians right now. Shit is wild. Shit is wild. Shit is wild. Shout out to the Somalian brothers and sisters, man. We love y'all. We got love and respect for y'all, especially the ones that's doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? The ones that's fucking up doing what the fuck they ain't supposed to be doing. Hey, my God, they coming for your ass. I'm just telling you. It's just like for the, I don't got no sympathy if you it is. That's Somali, black, white, Asian, anything. I don't give Mexican, what Latinos. I don't give a fuck what you is. If you doing some bullshit, you doing some bullshit. And right now, it's a lot of bullshit going on. I'm watching the news this morning. You got Trump attacking, like I said, Minnesota Somalians. You got motherfucking Trump talking about he finna drop a war on Venezuela. You know what I'm saying? Trying to come get that motherfucking oil from over there in Venezuela, saying that there's a whole bunch of drug cartels and shit like that. He blowing up boats left and right, but then they ain't even got no proof to say it was drugs on the boat. So we don't even know if he just killing motherfuckers. I think it's been about 80 motherfuckers killed in these blow up boat attacks over the motherfucking Gulf. So we don't know who is carrying what, if they even just people who got motherfucking fruit on their boats and he blowing them bitches up just to have validation for what he about to try to do. But when it comes to the Somalis, this shit's gonna have a big effect on the community. Cause if you at work and your coworker there, boom, he's Somali and she's Somalian, and y'all, you know what I'm saying, whatever, and the motherfucking ICE come bum rush the spot, that's gonna affect you because that shit gonna scare you too. The motherfucking people, all of them, the Ubers and driving jobs and all that shit. A lot of Americans don't really be doing that shit. There be a lot of the Somalian brothers and sisters around here doing that shit. So that's going to change a lot of things. There's a lot of people. It's a school bus drivers, a lot of Somali school bus drivers, metro transit bus drivers, a lot of Somali metro. So it's going to be a lot of shit that's going to change. I can't speak on how it's going to be better, worse, or none of that. All I know is I'm recognizing that it's going to be a lot of shit changing. It's going to be a lot going on. So you got to pay attention to it. You gotta pay attention to it and just stay aware. To those who are, I hope everything works out. I hope y'all all got y'all shit right. So whenever they try to do whatever, y'all got the necessary preventative measures to keep y'all families intact, because the shit I was seeing on the news was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then, you could hear, I'm gonna be funky with it. Like, I'm gonna be real. Like, you can hear the American standpoints and shit. Like, it'll be better for us and this beneficial for this because these illegals and these illegals. So they're not talking about Somalians in a whole. They just talking about motherfuckers who are illegal and who are, what I'm saying, running up their time frame here and doing all this bad shit while being here and all that type of shit. So those are the people that they coming for. Everybody who got their affairs in order and all that, supposedly, I don't know. That's what they say. Don't come at me like it's me. I ain't me. But I'm just saying, man, this shit kind of funky. It's hard times right now. So I'm expecting a lot of people to go through a lot of shit this 2026, man. I was watching a lot of news. I've been reading a lot of scriptures and shit. I just been seeing a lot of things, and it's like hard times is coming, man. So start stockpiling some waters, some canned goods, and tissue and toothpaste and shit like that, because we seen what could be like when COVID happened, 2020. We saw that shit, and if that didn't scare you, that it can get worse, then I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Because with war, on the brink of war, Venezuela is literally on the coastline of Puerto Rico. So if they strike, boom, 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 that's gonna be a back and forth. You dig, and you ain't telling that Russia might be allying with the Venezuelans, so they might drop some shit on American soil. Like, you never know, bro. It can get funky real fast. So stay prayed up, like Chill Will said, and sucker free. Keep your head up. Stop bullshitting, because we on borrowed time. Ain't none of this shit promised. All glory to God, the Most High. Every show, everything we do, anything I do is all through you. So thank you, Heavenly Father, Father God, much appreciated. You understand what I'm saying? And shout out to everybody who been tuning in. Shout out to everybody who support. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, comment. Go check us out on the Guys Films page on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram. Go check us out on Tri-flinnnn Podcast on Instagram, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, everywhere iHeartRadio, anywhere you listen to podcasts at, Tri-flinn is on there. Go check us out. Like the Facebook page, the Guys Films, and the Tri-flinnnn Podcast page, man. Tune in to everything we doing. And just pay attention. I don't know what's going on with these sports bets. The NBA on some bullshit. I couldn't believe Derek White shot 10 threes in the first half and only had like 16 points. 10 threes? Stop playing, bro. Weird looking at 10 threes and fucked up my bet. I had him for under 7. No, it was under 9.5. He had 10 in the first half. Ended the game with like 14, 15 threes shot. Get the fuck out of here, boy. I'll fight you. But it's all love. Make sure y'all keep your head up. Murmur. Another episode done. Tequila King out.
Oh, let's get it. Dripping juice. Dripping juice.